Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lance. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is, this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
In motion, Hill. Mixon with a first down carry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Lance. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Over the middle, complete. That's King. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll give it to Mixon, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Another try for Mixon. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Joe Mixon, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Again, it's Williams. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Goff. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Titans at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Goff. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Up the middle, it's Williams. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Goff. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And I think the ball's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Williams is in. Touchdown, Tennessee. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Extra point up and through, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here we go. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On the set.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Lance. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
3, 6, 7.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. There's Mooney with another catch. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's King. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ready.
Lance going to sneak it, and he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Trey Lance in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Goff now looks to throw, and that's caught left side. It's Woods. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A final shot before break here. Goff looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Lance. And his pass incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Throwing his Lance on third down. He finds his man complete. It's King. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to the zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 40 now on second down. Lance. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Now Goff. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They run it again with Williams. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And his kick here is good. And they cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lance. A quick slant to Hill. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Lance going to throw. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw, it's Lance. He finds his running back, Mixon, and he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Titans are right back in this football game. So that changes things. You get the interception. Boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now Williams running left. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now we give up the middle to Williams. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Here's Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Working from the gun, Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's King. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Lance. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. That one looks like he'll throw here. This goes out wide for Mixon. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Here's Lance. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Hey,
Lance back to throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Lance looking to throw. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now Lance. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point safely through. And it will appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Tennessee, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.